Feedback is so multidimensional. And again, this goes back to the piece around the human element is that when we're giving and receiving feedback, there's so many emotional cues that are triggered. So we're traditionally trained to think about what's our approach and what's the content of our feedback. So for example, you give feedback in a soft voice and you set the stage for, you want to have a neutral environment and things like that. And so we spend a lot of time planning the approach and then the content. I'm going to give you two things that are positive, and I'm going to sandwich what's negative between what's positive, and hopefully the positive will outweigh the negative, and you'll feel good about the whole thing. In this delivery process, there are so many things that are going on. There's more than just the approach and the content. There is also the context for the person who's giving the feedback. What is my real context? What is my real agenda? Why am I even giving feedback in the first place? And so, am I giving feedback? And typically in a work environment or even in home, personal relationships, we're giving each other feedback because we want to get somebody to do something that we want them to do.
We're
We
trying to get
want,
them to be a little compliant.
right.
Hey,
We want them
honey,
to
can you help me
comply.
out here?
Right, right. We want them to be compliant either to our standards or to some behavior that we'd like to see from them, or there's something we want them to say or do. And so we're typically coaching for compliance. And so what we're not checking on is whether or not whether or not we have the same standards or aspirations or goals. And even if I have the best intentions, if it doesn't align with your intentions and your aspiration or your standards, it's going to feel negative. I'm either going to feel like you're coercing me into doing something that I don't want to do, or even more subtly, that you're not listening, that you really don't get me, you really don't understand me.
All my podcasts are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Be sure to listen in. They are well worth your time. Thanks for listening.